Here is the review of Maketoys Trash-Talk and Cogwheel, which is their take on an IDW Swerve and Gears. And Maketoys is yet another third-party company. So we'll first start off with Trash Talk here, or Swerve. First, I gotta situate my camera. So, as you can see, Swerve is like a little Cybertronian car, and also Gears is also a like little Cybertronian car here. And it looks really nice. It has a lot of red and white, like Swerve always had. And it does have a little bit of translucent orange for the cockpit here, as well as translucent orange for the headlights here. And he does have some silver painted rims for the tires here. And here's the bottom here, which is like his robot mode is entirely visible underneath. Well, almost his entire robot mode is visible underneath. And here's the top here. In the back here. And overall, there's like not much else to it, but it does roll really well. And the front wheels here, the way they roll is they only roll on this part of the wheel, not on this part here. As you can see here. And he also does have some features here, and that is, I will have to get a tool here for this part. And that is on both Swerve and Gears, you can open up the little cockpit here. And they both, well, Swerve here only has like a third headlight or like an eyepiece. But Gears only has like 2 of these inside the cockpit here. And for Swerve here, this like headlight or eyepiece is on a ball joint. So you can like move it however you want. But it is like a little bit tricky to like position it. And Swerve also comes with a, Swerve comes with a gun here as well as gears. First, I gotta get this camera situated. And as you can see, it's just all black on it, all around. But it does have a little translucent red targeting sight here. And there's not much else to it. But you can attach this to Swerve, and to attach it to him in vehicle mode, Swerve does have these little holes on both sides, and they will tap into this little tab right here. So you can have it like that if you want to. And another thing that Swerve, and it's only Swerve that comes with it, not Gears, but Swerve also comes with a little tray here with some glass drinks. And I think these are, I actually know these are full of Energon drinks, because Transformers always drinks Energon. And as you can see, the tray here is all orange, and it does have a little like picture here of Energon, and it is full of Energon here inside the drink. And like you already saw, you can remove it, and the way this attaches is on the bottom. It does have these two pegs that goes into these two holes here. And also, these two little glass drinks here do remove, but the easiest way that I would do it is I would come underneath here and push up from the bottom which are these pegs, and that will help me remove these little energon glass strings. And like you saw, you do get 2 of these. And you can store this on top of Swerve's vehicle commode. And that is, Swerve has these 2 ports here that will go into either these 2 orange pegs or these 2 orange pegs on both sides. So you can have it like that if you want to. And you can attach them on the back pegs here, so you can have them like this if you want to. Or you can just leave them like this if you want to. So I think that's about it for Swerve. Now let's move on to Gears here. And for a size comparison, here he is next to the original G1 Swerve. And obviously, as you can tell, they both do have the red and blue on them, except the original one is a more lighter blue, whereas this one is a more normal blue. Oh, and if I bring back Swerve, they did do a lot of remolding on both of these. And not just kept everything the same on one of these. And you can open up the front here, and you can see he does have those 2 like extra headlights or eyes on them, however you want to call them. And he does have the translucent clear headlights here, and some translucent clear windows here. And he still has the same silver painted in rims here. And the bottom is basically the same as Swerve. And he still does roll really well. And he still has the same front tire thing where it only rolls on this part of the wheel, not on the whole tires, on the front ones. And he also comes with his own gun here. And this front part does rotate. And the reason why this rotates is because this tab goes into either one of these holes here. So you can have them like this, or like this. And I think no. I just saw these two holes, and I thought that this peg would go into either one of these holes, but no, they don't. Because these holes are like a rectangle shape, but the peg here is a circle shape. So, I think that's about it for their vehicle modes. So now it's time to transform them. Now, I'm only going to transform one of these on camera and transform the other one off camera, because both of these transform the exact same thing. So when I'm done with one of them, well, one of these, I'm going to cut the camera and transform the other one. So to get both of these transformed, first I will have to remove Swerve's gun here. So to get started, you want to take the roof here, untap it, and bring it all the way back. Like, untap the roof and then take the back wheels and the entire back section of the vehicle and flip it back. And these tabs goes into these holes here. And then you're going to separate these. These will become his legs. And take the back tires here and rotate them around. Flip down his feet. And you do want to take these red things here, bring them together, and these will tap together. Now for the front wheels, you're going to take these red things and untap them from these white pegs and these holes here and bring them out. And then you're going to take his elbows here and extend them out, and they will lock into place when you extend these out. Now, something I will have to say, if these are too tight on y'all's to extend his elbows out, just loosen up these 3 screws just a little bit, so that way his elbows can loosen up and make it easier for you to extend his elbows out. And then you want to take his hands here, flip them up, and these will tap in. And if you're having troubles trying to untap his hands without popping off his hands, because his hands are on ball joints, the easier way to do it is you would take his elbows, collapse them up all the way, and that will help you unlock his hands. Just like that. And finally, you do want to take these things here and bring them up, and these do like lock together. Like when you bring up one of these, the other one will flip up as well. Like these are locked together. So that they look like this. And this helps you like fill in his chest here. And you're done. So now I'm going to transform Gears real quick off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got Gears in robot mode. And here they are both in their robot modes. And first we're going to start off with Swerve here. So as you can see, that is definitely a IDW Swerve. And he looks exactly like what he does in the comics, and I really like that. And his face here has a smile on it, and it does have the translucent blue visor on it. And I was checking to see if there was any silver paint on these things, but I don't think there isn't. But he does have like a lot of white on him to help break up a lot of this red. Which is nice. And all around, he looks really nice. So now let's move on with Gears here. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to say to y'all. Just like in vehicle mode, they did a lot of remolding on both of these guys, and not just kept everything the same. So for Gears here, oh, before we get into him, I will have to show you a little comparison with the original G1 Gears. So you can see how they look together. And everything is basically the same as the original one here, except that this one has some like black elbows here, which are these here, and also some blue feet on him. And he does have a new head sculpt here, but him and Swerve both come with optional faces, which we will get into in a minute when we're done with the articulation. And he still does have like this painted in silver, yellow, and red chest detail here, like on the original one here, and also some silver on these things here. And on the back here. Oh, and he also does have some black hands here. And that's about it for both of these. And for articulation on both of these, their heads are on a ball joint, but it is really tricky to move their heads. But the easier way to do it is you can remove his chest and his arms. And this just taps into this peg and that hole right there. And also these like tabs here slides into these holes here. But their heads are, they are on a ball joint. But if you want to move their heads on a ball joint, you will have to unscrew the back screw here just a little bit, so that way their heads can loosen up a lot better. If their heads are too tight on y'all's. But their arms are on a ball joint. They can move in and out. They do have a bicep swivel, a soft ratcheted elbows, and they do have ball joints at the hands here. And this one's coming undone. So now let me get his chest back on. They do have a ball joint at the waist, ball joint at the legs, thigh swivel, soft ratcheted knees, ball joint at the feet, and that's it. And I was trying to get him to stand up. Now for accessories. They both can, of course, hold both of their guns in either hand. Oh. And I just knocked him over. But they both can hold their guns in both hands. And also, Swerve can, of course, hold the tray in these orange pegs here. And you can, of course, remove these glass drinks here and have him hold them and also Gears. Now, these two do come with some optional heads. For Gears here, his optional head that he comes with is the one that's on him is a more cartoon accurate Gears head or a comic book accurate head. But he also comes with a more G1 toy head. And to show you a little comparison, you can see the resemblance here. And so swapping the heads is really easy. All you do is just unscrew the back of the screw on his head, pull it apart, and then reattach the new one. But for Swerve here, Swerve comes with a battle damage head here. And this is so that you can have him like he accidentally shot his own face. And that did happen in the comics. And you could see his face is all like messed up. But to swap the heads on Swerve here, you would unscrew these two screws, pull them apart, and then reattach it on him. And that's about it for both of these. So, final thoughts. I really like how the way both of these turned out in both vehicle mode and robot mode at the same time. And I'm also happy that they did a lot of remolding on Gears here instead of keeping everything the same. But my only problem with it is for both of these is if you're trying to, well, if you're having troubles trying to extend their elbows, just loosen up the 3 screws and that will help you loosen them up. And if you're having troubles trying to like move their heads around, just loosen up the back screws of their heads just a little bit so that way they can loosen up and help you move them a lot better. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. Maketoys Trash-Talk and Cogwheel. Their take on IDW Swerve and Gears. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.